Hi guys. So it's week 20. Week 20. Weighed myself and I lost another pound. Not great, but it's something. And I've not had any gains since I've started the injections. So that's good. I think I've had maybe 2 weeks where I've not lost anything. So yeah. So I've started on the 12.5 milligram, and that was Friday, and we're on Monday now. So I've not had any major side effects apart from I have had a bit of heartburn today. But I've not had any tiredness, any kind of feeling ill or anything like that. I have been feeling ill, but that's a separate thing. We've had COVID in the house, so it's possible that I've had COVID. I've been testing every day, and I've not been able to do work visits and that kind of thing because I deal with a lot of vulnerable people. So if there's a possibility that I'm COVID positive, there's just no way that I can risk exposing certain people to it. So yeah, injection related, I've not had anything. So that's good. Anything else? I think that's it really. So I'm down to a £27 loss at the moment. And it's amazing, and I am feeling very different, and I'm struggling to find clothes that look okay on me now because a lot of things are too big. But I kind of think that there's just a little part of me, there's just a little kind of thing in the back of my head going, it's only £27 though, it's not that much. And I don't know why I'm doing that. I really don't, because it's made such a huge difference already, and I know it has, and people are seeing it and they're noticing it, and like I say, I can feel it in myself. I feel completely different, and I'm more energetic, and just I just feel. I think my brain's struggling to catch up with kind of what's going on physically, I think. And I suppose I'm just not used to kind of being this kind of successful in terms of any attempt that I've made at weight loss in the past. And to be honest, I've not made that many attempts at weight loss in the past just because the thought of kind of trying to work on that weight and the amount of work that it takes, I've always kind of felt really overwhelmed by it. And especially with the hormone related stuff, that has always been kind of the big factor that's got in my way. So I'd probably have quite a bit of success doing it on my own, but then some months I'd be really struggling with the hormone related hunger and the sugar cravings and all that side of things, and I'd just lose it. I'd just think, what's the point, I'd put quite a bit of weight back on during those times, and then you get into that cycle of beating yourself up and feeling guilty, and you just get to a point where you think, oh, what is the point, so yeah, my brain just isn't used to kind of things being this easy. It's just weird. It's just very weird. not complaining. Obviously, I'm so grateful that I'm able to do this, but it's just very odd. It's just a very odd feeling. So I suppose part of my brain is still trying to go, you're going to fuck it up, or, you know, it's not going to, something's going to go wrong, or I don't know. I don't know. Our brains do weird things to us, don't they? So yeah. I mean, I've not had any, like I say, no side effects. I had, what did I have today to eat? Late breakfast, eggs Benedict. Couldn't eat it all. I had egg Benedict because I could only eat one of the eggs. And we went to IKEA today, so I had a couple of them jelly sweets. Can't remember the name of them. Some bizarre name beginning with an L. I had a couple of them jelly sweets when we got home, and that's it. And I suppose I am a bit hungry now, but I could probably go to sleep now and not really be too bothered about eating anything, you know. Obviously, that's not ideal because I've not really eaten a great deal today. But, you know, the injection's definitely doing something. So, yeah. It's just weird because it's just not, none of this process has gone how I expected it to go. It just really hasn't. And, you know, all the stuff that I've read online and all the kind of different videos I've watched and all the people I've spoken to, it's, I don't know, it's just not what I expected it to be. Yeah, but I suppose everybody's different, aren't they? And everybody's going to respond differently to different medications. You know, it's just weird. It's just a weird one. I don't know if I'm going to go up to the 15 yet. I mean, they're so expensive. I'm paying like, what did I pay for the 12.5? It was over 200 quid. Over 200. And, you know, obviously that is a huge amount of money, and I'm only going to be able to do this for so long. We've got other financial priorities that we're trying to work on, and, you know, yes, it's important because it's my life, and I was getting to a point where my life was kind of on the line almost. And, you know, it's, you know, it is a priority, but at the same time, it feels like a luxury that, you know, could I do without it? And, you know, am I at a point where I can kind of come off them and keep hold of those habits that I've been building and the lessons that I've been learning? And, you know, I don't know. But yeah, it's painful. It really is painful. So going up to the 15, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm going to see how I go on this 12.5 and see how long I can keep paying for them as well. I'm going to do some working out at some point. But yeah, it just, I don't know. It just feels like a lot of money, and I don't know. It's difficult. It's a difficult one. But yeah, obviously I'm only in week 1 of the 12.5, so let's just see what happens. But I am still feeling hunger, and there are kind of times where I do feel like I really need something sweet, like, and I don't know if that's kind of because I've just finished my period, so it's possible that, you know, there's some lingering sugar cravings there still. I don't know. But I did feel quite strong sugar cravings today, and I did give in a little bit. I had some of them jelly sweets, and I had a couple of car sweets. We have little sugar-free sweets in the glove box, um, just to kind of keep me going through the really difficult sugar cravings. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's early days. I'm gonna give it a chance. It's like I say, it's only week one, so well, week one of the 12.5. So we'll see. Anyway, I think that's it. I'm rambling. So yeah. Okay, bye. Hello. It's still week 20 and update. Weird reaction to this 12.5 milligram. I'm still eating breakfast at the moment, and yesterday, itchy eye, sorry. I had my breakfast at whatever time it was before I left the house to go to an appointment, and literally 2 hours later, I was absolutely starving hungry, like to the point where I was almost shaking. So I've no idea what that's all about, but when I do eat, again, I'm needing very small amounts of food in comparison to what I would previously have eaten or needed to eat to kind of sustain myself. But yeah, it's very odd. I'm still getting quite a lot of hunger to say I'm on such a high dose now. So I don't know what that's all about. It's just really odd. It's not it's not having a negative effect as such. I have done a couple of additional weigh-ins this week. And according to my app, because I use a kind of, I was on a program through an organisation called Team RH, and I still kind of follow the principles that they have in terms of trying to get a certain amount of steps in every day and focusing on certain macros and that kind of thing. It's difficult because they set you a calorie goal. Now, my ability to kind of hit that amount of calories for the day is it's not realistic to think I'm going to be able to even begin to eat that many calories. So that I think my not calorie goal, that's the wrong word to use, because that means you're kind of eating as much as possible to kind of achieve that amount of calories, which you're not. It's more like a calorie limit. But yeah, I just would never even begin to eat that many calories in a day anymore. So that makes it difficult. They do encourage you to track what you're eating, and I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to kind of stay on top of that. But again, it's difficult because each day is so different in terms of the times that I get hungry. Sometimes I might not feel like eating at all, but then, like yesterday, I'll be really hungry. It's just weird. So I need to kind of find a way to stay on top of that and stay consistent with it. But yeah, the other kind of part to that app that they have is that you can log your weight. Now they do encourage daily weigh-ins, and I'm not sure how I feel about that really. I didn't want to be doing daily weigh-ins to begin with because I just felt like it was a lot all at once to be dealing with, really. But I understand the principles behind why they recommend weighing daily. And yeah, I suppose it is good in a way. At the moment, I'm showing a £30 weight loss altogether, which is really good. And I'm showing that it calculates your average weight loss over a course of 7 days as well. So although you might not think you've lost that much in a week, it will oftentimes show quite a bit of a weight loss because of how it calculates the readings that you put in. It's weird. I can't explain it, but yeah. Anyway, it's called TMR, Team RH, and the guy that runs it, he is great. He's really good. And you know, there are a lot of principles that they kind of encourage you to follow that do make sense to me. So I am still using it as much as I can, just because I do find it quite useful in a lot of ways. Anyway, so yeah, I have lost a little bit more from when I previously weighed in, so that's good. So like I said, the hunger levels being higher at times isn't having that much of a negative effect on my kind of progress. So it's not all bad. It's just weird because you kind of I just expected to be kind of facing, right, okay, so I'm taking this injection, I'm going to feel like this is going to happen, my hunger's going to be reduced, and you know, you kind of have these expectations, don't you, of how it's going to go, and it's just it's just not gone at all how I thought it would go. And it's just weird. It's just very weird. I know some people on the injections that just have no interest in food whatsoever now, and I'm kind of a little bit jealous in a way. And I'm having this battle in my head at the moment of feeling quite alarmed when I'm getting hunger, and I know I shouldn't do, because eventually, you know, I'm not going to be on these injections, and I will feel hungry again, you know, and I'm having to kind of remember that, and yeah, I'm just having arguments with myself a lot at the moment about, you know, it's normal to feel hunger, and I suppose it's normal to feel hunger on these injections. It's just not how I expected it to go, really. So that's a bit weird. But anyway, I'm not having any negative side effects, nothing that's kind of getting in my way at all. I have had a little bit of, I don't know what I'd describe it as, really. Almost like a feeling of trapped wind sometimes. Just a little bit of stomach ache here and there. But again, I suppose it's to be expected. I am on 12.5 milligram now, so you know, I'm bound to feel something, I suppose. But like I say, it's nothing that's getting in my way, or it's not kind of in your face major stomach pain or anything like that. But just every so often I'll just get a twinge and I think, ooh, you know, I'm just hoping that it's nothing to do with my gallstones, because that would not be good. But touch wood, so far so good. Yeah, it's I don't think it is the gallstones. I'm hoping it's not anyway. But yeah, it's just, like I say, it's just there sometimes and a little bit niggly, but nothing major. I've had a little bit of heartburn here and there, but again, I'm bound to get a little bit of something having increased the dose. So I'll just see how that goes on throughout the month. Sorry if you can hear that noise. It's next door's kids. It sounds like a zoo. I don't know what they think they're doing sometimes, but the noises that come out of those children I just don't get it. I just couldn't imagine living in such a horrifically noisy, distressing environment like that. I just, oh. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to mention was that I'm thinking about possibly doing some kind of like food related vlog type things. I'm just kind of nervous about doing something like that because I suppose I'm a little bit paranoid because I'm very much part of Girl World on YouTube, and if you know what Girl World is, you'll understand why I'm a little bit apprehensive about doing anything related to weight loss and food and that kind of thing. But yeah, just don't search Girl World on YouTube because. But yeah, I'm quite heavily into that side of YouTube, so I don't know. Whenever I do an update like this, I just kind of think of those kinds of videos and those people, and I just think, oh God, how cringe. But I know I'm not anything like that. You know, I'm just I could never even begin to be anything like that. So I need to get that out of me, I suppose. But yeah, I was just thinking possibly doing something more kind of day to day, kind of on the go type stuff where I'm showing more of what I'm eating and how I'm managing in terms of, you know, what I'm eating and kind of the types of foods that I'm focusing on and yeah, I don't know. It's just something I'm toying with at the moment. Possibly I might do it. I don't know. Depends if I feel brave enough, I think. And if I can stop thinking about Girl World when I'm thinking about doing something like that. But yeah, I'm just thinking I don't know. I might do it, I might not, I don't know. Or I might just do kind of day-to-day life stuff. You know, with a bit of a focus on the weight loss and the food and the exercise and that kind of thing. I don't know. I'll have a think about it. But yeah, I just feel like at the moment, you know, I've got through all the side effects and all the nasty bits and, you know, all the kind of potential things that people might face when they start these injections and when they've been on them for a while. And now I'm kind of thinking, well, you know, what else can I talk about really without sounding too repetitive and kind of going over the same topics really, because at the moment, like I said, I'm not feeling any major side effects anymore. Maybe a little bit of something here and there, but nothing significant, and that I would say is kind of worth really highlighting and warning people about. So yeah, I'm just thinking, what now, you know? But yeah, I'll have a think about it and see what I think. But yeah, apart from that, that's it, I think. So I might add another update on for this week, for week 20, but I don't think there's anything else really to say at this point for this week. So yeah. Okay, bye.